I'm Dr. Kimberly Manning.
And this is Dr. Ashley McMullen. And you're listening to the Human Doctor Podcast, where we explore the human side of medicine, along with teaching, living, learning, and all things in between. Using the power of storytelling, conversation, and connectedness.
Hey, we're two dope academic internal medicine doctors, but we ain't your doctors. So if you perceive anything we say here as medical advice, no, it ain't that. Also, the things we say, they only reflect our brilliant Black woman magic mind and not our employers.
You could have been anywhere, y'all, but you chose to be here with us, and we appreciate you. Let's go. Welcome back. It feels different now that I've actually been in your office and seeing it on the screen. It's like, I recognize all that stuff in the background.
I recognize the chaos.
Yeah. But it was a beautiful chaos. It felt so very Kimberly Manning.
It is. It's organized chaos. It's just a whole celebration up in here.
Yeah, it really is. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Manning does not. But, it's not his space. It's mine.
It's okay, though. At least like several days after like getting back from that trip and just like processing everything, I was just still like basking in the glow of getting just like a nice deep hug from Harry. Like that just felt so kind.
Harry is a keeper, man. He's a good man.
Yeah.
This is seriously how I think about Harry, about me meeting Harry, because you already know that I was not looking in love before I met Harry.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I was like walking down the street unsuspecting, and that like I looked to the side of the road and there was a brand new Mercedes-Benz sitting there running. And I walked over to the Mercedes-Benz and looked inside of it, and nobody was in there. And I opened the door and it was a little Post-it note on it that says, "This is yours." Have it. And then I got in it and it was like, "The keys are in the console." And I was like, okay. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to drive off and it's going to explode or it's going to break down or somebody is going to run up behind me, like just when I get comfortable and be like, "This is my car." Hello, you thought this was your car? And it's been over 20 years and
wow,
it's still running.
Still running.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it's actually still kind of shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the interior doesn't smell as new as it did before.
It took that metaphor as far as it could go.
No, that's not true, because Mr. Manning is perhaps the best smelling person in the world. He's a very clean man, so he smells good at all times.
Okay. I can concur with that. Yes.
You was just trying to say you enjoy the hug, and that poor man. Meanwhile, he does not listen to this podcast, so
yeah, no, it's all good. We'll keep that in.
If you do get close enough to him, I mean, give him a sniff, because that man be clean.
Oh man.
Woo! All right. How are you doing today on a scale of 1 to 5? 5 being amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.7. Again, just keeping it honest, like, nearing a 5. I think the reasons it's not a 5 is because I'm just sad the weekend is over. I've been having some really wonderful weekends. And this last one was particularly special because my oldest brother was in town.
Okay.
And he came in town just to hang out with me, which, I really appreciated because, for him also being a business owner, like it's hard to take consecutive days off. And on top of that, he's got, young children in grade school. But we had a really, really dope time. Like, so he came to work with me all day Friday. He was up in the VA hanging out with Calvin. Like,
oh my gosh.
We went hiking.
Of course you did.
We went for a run around the lake. We were kicking it with my friends here in Oakland. Like, we went to brunch. It was really lovely. Like, just a lot to love and appreciate, even within like just 48 hours. I was just like, it's so dope that I get to just like have this type of relationship with my brother.
That is a blessing. Yeah. I was with my brother yesterday.
Oh, go figure.
Yeah. I'm on the brother theme. I had a really great weekend this weekend too, but I'll start with yesterday. Harry and I went to Lake Hartwell here in Georgia, and we had great time out on the lake with my brother and my nieces and my
Hmm.
sister-in-law and my mom, listening to music, hanging out. It was beautiful, beautiful weather. Um, the lake was beautiful. It was just a great time, and we had a lot of fun out there. And earlier in the weekend, I hung out with my best friend Lisa,
Yep.
and we sat on a patio at this restaurant for like 3.5 hours. I'm so surprised they didn't kick us up out of there.
Was
And we
it the
just
place that we went to?
no, no, but it was in that neighborhood. It was across
Okay.
because we were either going to go there or to this place. So yeah, we just sat and we talked and talked and talked. And honestly, I was really the next day just kind of you know how some days you have like little moments where you're like in your head too much or
Hmm.
you know overthinking life and yourself and who you are and what you're doing.
I've had a few of those, yes.
Yeah. So I was just reflecting on how incredibly grateful I am for the friends that I am close to. And not like just in that generic sense, but like what it says about me.
Mm,
Um, because on the particular moment when I was having these thoughts, I was kind of picking myself apart about some things. And then I was like, okay, you know what? I can't be that bad if these individual people are friends with me and have been my friends for this long. I have some really great, and I'm speaking about my woman friends right now. They're just kind, intellectually curious, critical thinkers, worldly, you know, diverse in what they're like, um, who don't agree with everything I say or do. Some share my faith, some don't share my faith. Some are from completely different places as me.
hmm
Some a little older than me, some a little younger than me. And Lisa is just one example of one of those people. But I just know some dope women, you know.
hmm
And I'm very, very proud to kind of have in my sphere of influence have curated some good friends that are like the people that I just hang out with. I got some
hmm
good friends, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
surround yourself with people who are better than you.
Yeah.
That's really the strategy because then after
Yes.
a while, you look better.
I feel that in so many ways, you know. God.
Yeah. So I'm feeling real grateful for that. So that puts me at like a 4.9.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
not a 5 because as you know, I told you I got too much stuff to do. Got a lot of deadlines coming up.
I know.
Oh, and I just would just like to say that I like Mahalia's puff. She looks awesome.
Yeah.
Jules and I are in a little bit of a tussle right now. I told her that I'm a little bored with her right now.
I'm bored.
Yeah, and she doesn't know how to feel about that. But you know,
I can
I told her,
imagine.
yeah, I said we gonna get it together. We're gonna figure out something.
It's true. Well, I feel like Jules has been on the cusp of a significant change for a while. It's just kind of been deciding exactly how and when.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
transitions are hard sometimes.
they are often harder for the people around us than they are for the people doing it. Uh,
Such as your hairstylist.
yes, my hairstylist, my spouse, and but yeah, me
Yeah.
and Jules, we've been talking, so I
Mhm.
don't know. Me and that girl, we got to figure it out.
You will.
Hmm
Always do. Well,
hmm
sis, I'm excited for what's to come, but before I go in guns blazing, anything else on the agenda that we need to let the people know about? Like,
Well, I'm about to turn 55
mm-hmm,
in a few days,
mm-hmm.
and that's a blessing.
Yes,
Mm.
yes,
Yeah,
it is. Make sure y'all give a shout out to Dr. Manning here, reaching another annual milestone.
true that, true that. God willing. Yep.
Yes, and always making the 50s look as good as they possibly can.
We trying, girl. We just taking it one step at a time. But you know, I look like a 55-year-old Black woman who has the means to care for herself.
Mm,
This is what it looks like,
yeah.
actually. I don't look less than that. I don't look more than that. But you know. some people have had hard lives and they haven't been able to care for themselves. I have access to things for self-care
Hmm.
and um, a place to live and a job and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, people are like, oh my God, you do not look 55. I'm like, actually, yes, I do. You're looking at a photo of your mom the other day, and I was like, sis, Siobhan look good.
Yeah.
So she don't quite look her age. Maybe my kind, but it's all good. She look good.
I love it.
So if you hear
Well,
that, sis, you look good. Your goals, your goals.
well, in the spirit of honoring and celebrating the incredible women, but particularly the Black women in our lives, I am more than thrilled to be handing over the mic fully to my co-host, my sister, my mentor, my friend, just like, one of the most genuine, kind, compassionate, empathetic, brilliant, beautiful human beings to grace us.
Aw, you gave me a lot of time. Thank you.
Yes, yes. So I was like, I got no more adjectives. So it is time for you to tell us what is the what for today.
The what is surprise?
Surprise. Yay. I like it.
Surprise. Have you ever had a surprise birthday party?
Um, Not a surprise birthday party. I've had family try to surprise me with
Okay.
something before, but it's hard to surprise me. I'll catch on.
Okay.
So, but I appreciate the effort.
Yeah, do you like surprises?
I don't mind a surprise.
You
Yeah.
don't mind a surprise?
Hmm.
Okay. Um, I had actually my late sister Deanna gave me a surprise party, I think when I turned like 20 or something like that.
Oh.
Um, yeah, back in the day. That was nice. It was sweet. I don't know how I feel about surprises.
My mom hates surprises.
Yeah, my husband doesn't like a surprise either, like
Mhm.
of any form. I can't even buy him a gift that he doesn't know what it is. Like no surprise. But
Serious.
I don't know. Some people really don't like. It's interesting. Surprises are like cilantro. Either you like them
Hmm.
or you don't want them at all. But
Yeah.
either way, I think I'm kind of somewhere like wherever in the middle. Anyway, I'm bringing this up because in the spirit of thinking about my birthday, I was thinking about surprises, but also just thinking about people getting a chance to celebrate their birthday.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna meander a little bit, but just share a couple things. One thing is my office here at Grady, two doors down from my office is one of my junior colleagues, and we share the same birthday. I will be turning 55. He'll be turning 35.
Mm.
And I was asking him what is he doing for our birthday. Like, I'm working. I'm not a birthday person. And I began to say to him, I was like, you do realize that sometimes celebrating your birthday is not about you. It's about who is wanting to celebrate you. And sometimes
Mm.
allowing them to do that um, is, is in itself a gift to them.
Okay.
So be careful about that. And he was like, okay, because I got him by 20 years. I can just be dropping wisdom on him, whether he wants it or not.
That's
Um,
good stuff, though.
and probably does not want it, but whatever. Um, but I also began thinking about those who've come before us, particularly our elders, and what what it means to have a birthday and even to have it celebrated.
Mm.
Our ancestors, many of them didn't even know what their birthday was. And you don't got to go back that far to meet people who don't know when their birthday is. A lot of people were born in the house. There were, you know, it was double digit numbers of kids. The parents that raised that generation are, many of them were, immediate descendants of people who were enslaved. And definitely our enslaved ancestors, for those of us who are descendants, they had no idea when their birthdays were. So they kind of knew kind of how old they were, roughly.
Hmm.
And there's a part of me, when it comes to my birthday that I used to work a lot on my birthday, and I've begun to take that day off because I can, and because it honors those who couldn't do that. It's kind of like how I ask people to call me Dr. Manning when they're junior,
Hmm.
mm, because my ancestors didn't get honorifics, right? So there are many people who are elders who have never had a birthday party. And those who came up in our generation, it's unusual to be the age we are and have been born after like 1970, have never had a birthday party of
Yeah.
any form. Um, so the story I want to tell you about, which I think probably offline I've told you some version of it before, but um, was I was caring for this Grady elder on the inpatient service, and she was about to make 80, as she called it. And sidebar, elders, when they get to a certain age, when they get like past like 70, they start referring to the next age as making it. Like,
Mm.
and
Hmm.
this, especially in the South, the Bible says, that you are promised three score and ten. So that's 70 years. And anything over that is just a bonus and a blessing. Anyway, I always have heard elders say, yeah, I'm about to make 80. I'm about to make 75. I'm about to make 90.
Mm.
So I knew that she had a birthday coming up.
Yeah.
I'd seen it in her chart. Anyway, one particular day, I walk into her room, and she'd been on the service now for about 3 or 4 days. So we're old friends now. And she is looking at her cell phone, and she got a smartphone, which she works just fine. And she says, "Hey, I'm glad you're here. Can you tell me what you think about this dress or this dress?" And I was like, "Okay." She said, "You think I should go with this red dress, or you think I should go with this silver dress?" And I was like, "Oh, it's always the red dress. Red is always the right answer." She was like, "You know what I was thinking? Red do be kind of sassy, don't it?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. Red is sassy." I said, "What you got coming up?" She said, "Oh, I'm having a birthday party." And I said, "Wow." She said, "Yep, I'm having a birthday party. It's my first birthday party I ever had in my life. I'm about to make 80."
Wow.
I was like, "Wow." She said, I ain't never had a birthday party in my whole life. Even when I was a child, I never had no birthday party. I wanted a birthday party, but I ain't never had no birthday party. And then when I started having children of my own, I had a baby on my own birthday. And she said, "And you know what? Once you got a child on your birthday just go away. It become about your child." So I always did something for my child, but I ain't never had no birthday party in my whole life.
Mm.
So I'm having me a birthday party. I said, "Well, that is awesome." She said, "Yeah, I'm excited." So I was trying to figure out, should I wear this silver dress or should I wear this red dress? But I think I'm gonna go on and get this red dress. I said, "I think you should. I think you're gonna look good in it. And you should wear some red lipstick." She said, "I think I'm gonna do that." So we laugh about that. And I said, "Dang, I wish I could see pictures of it or even come." I mean, I wasn't trying to get her to invite me. She said, "Miss Manning, I would invite you. I would if I could, but Sep, I don't know all the details on it because it's a surprise." I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah, my birthday party is a surprise birthday party." But see, they done made the mistake of telling my great grandbaby, who walked right up to me one day. She said, "Big Mama, what you wearing to your surprise birthday
Oh
party?"
my God.
So she said, "What?" She said, "Yeah, what you gonna wear, Big Mama? You gonna get a pretty dress? How you gonna wear your hair?" And she said, "Baby, that great grandbaby of mine commenced to tell me all the details, except for where it is and the time. I know it's on my birthday, though." So I've known about this party now, going on about 3 or 4 weeks. It's like, "Well, does anybody know that you know?" I said, "No, now I told the baby, don't tell nobody, Big Mama know about it now. Because you're gonna hurt their feelings." And she was like, "Oh," she said, "Yeah, baby, when they call it a surprise birthday party, that mean the person you surprising ain't supposed to know." And she started crying.
Oh.
"Sorry, Big Mama," because she's 7. And I told her it's okay. It's gonna be our little secret. And to make sure though, I'll make sure I look real, real surprised
Mm.
when I come in there. She said, okay. She said, "Now don't tell nobody I know." So then she gets like really, really quiet. And she's like, 80 a long time to wait to have a birthday party, ain't it?
Mm.
And I said, yes, ma'am, it is a long time to wait, to have a birthday party. And she goes, yeah. And I think about people who like ain't even know what day they was born. She said, my mama didn't even know her birthday. And I said, wow. She said, we knew around when it was, and we picked a day to just celebrate her birthday. But some days, if it fell on a Friday, we would celebrate it then. But if it fell on like a Tuesday, that wasn't her birthday. I was like, wow. So anyway, we keep talking, and she explains to me that now, like she's like messing with her daughter and everybody now because her daughter, who shares her birthday, is the grandmother of the great grandbaby who let the cat out of
Mhm.
the bag.
Mhm.
So her daughter keeps asking her things like, "Mother, uh, I got to do something at church on our birthday. So I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to take you out to dinner or nothing." And she says, "Oh, that's okay with me. I'm gonna probably just sleep in and watch me some TV." She go, "Okay." She said, then she's talking about, "Mother, I'm gonna come get you and we gonna go get you a new wig because that wig you got, you need another wig." And she said, "Ain't nothing wrong with this wig I got. Plus, I don't go nowhere. I just put a scarf on my head." "No, mama, you need a new wig." So she keep on trying to get me to get a wig. And then we'll go out for one thing and she'd be like, "Let's stop by here and look at lipsticks and makeups and stuff." And I tell her, "Now, what I need some lipsticks and some makeups for?" She said, "Mama, sometimes when you go to church, you might want to put on something pretty." She said, I feel pretty without all that."
Mm.
So
She is playing it up.
she trying so hard.
Yes.
So I said, "Did you let her get you the wig?" Said, "I let her get me a wig. I let her get me a wig. I let her, and every day she calling me, telling me different things." I said, "Look, you sure is worked up about what I'm doing. Why you keep running your whole calendar down to me about what you got to do on our birthday? I don't care what you doing over at the church on our birthday. I told you what I'm gonna do, which is nothing." I know, mama, but I think I'm gonna get somebody to come by and just come and see about you. Okay. I don't want you to be, maybe take a picture of you because you're gonna be 80. She's like, "Oh, I'm all right. I'm all right. I got a phone. I can take my own picture." So this party was coming up in a week. So after all of that, we just talked some more and she talked to me about birthdays. She said that, "I want you to celebrate your birthday if you can.
Mm.
And you ain't got to have no party." She said, "But you should take a moment and, you know, be grateful that you get to see another year. Think back on everything that happened in that year and even up to that point. And if somebody do want to celebrate you, go on and let them." I mentioned, like in jest, that my husband does not like surprises, but he does like to celebrate the people he loves.
Mhm.
Really important to him. Um, and the birthday parties that I have had in my adult life, besides the one that Deanna gave me, they've been organized by my husband.
Mm.
Um, he's never let me give him a birthday party, but I recognize that the gift I give him is when I let him do what would bring him joy
Mhm.
in celebration of another person. And I just never forgot that exchange with that lady.
Mm.
My favorite part of that whole exchange was at the end of it. And she says, "Okay now," because like she had almost brought me to tears talking
Yeah.
about how, she had never had no birthday party and how nobody never celebrated her on her birthday. And even her own mother, just imagining somebody not knowing when they were born.
Yeah.
But she says, I want you to help me practice my surprise face."
Oh my God.
Uh, for about 10 more minutes, we took selfies on her phone, not my phone. of her looking surprised.
Oh my
And they
God.
were terrible. She did not look surprised at all. I am sure that regardless of how it all shook out, um, you know, I'm sure it was a beautiful party.
Mm,
And I think that, I like the word surprise because it's part of what I love about medicine. When you peel back layers of an onion, there's always a surprise waiting for you.
mhm.
Sometimes it's something like a funny story of somebody knowing about their own surprise birthday party. Sometimes it's pain
Yeah,
that you see masquerading as anger or something else. Um, Sometimes it's, some advice. Um, I don't know. Sometimes it's learning something new or getting a piece of wisdom.
yeah,
Uh, but as I do what she asked me to do, which is reflect on the past year, I am feeling like super, super grateful and happy for exchanges like
yeah.
that I get to have at Grady Hospital
Mm,
all the time. It's just such a privilege
yeah.
to sit next to somebody in a hospital bed pretending to look surprised. You should have seen us. It was so funny. She like, maybe if I put my hand on my bosom and go, I said, girl, you do not look surprised. She said, I don't. What should I do? I said, your eyebrows way raised up too much. You look like Curious George. Sugar, I ain't surprised. So how am I supposed to look? I said, you should look mad. Maybe because make it seem like, why y'all do this? Do that. She's like, well, but I ain't mad about it. I bet you her great grandbaby done told though. I
Every
bet you she's like, Big Mama know about the party, but she's gonna pretend like she's surprised. So they're gonna pretend like they didn't know Big Mama knew. So like, I'm sure. I never
uh,
got follow-up or closure on it, but I actually like the mystery of like
yes,
putting the story together myself.
absolutely.
I do know for sure though that she was getting a red dress
Mm.
and she got a new wig.
Oh man. Yes, so much wisdom to be mined from every human interaction, and particularly the privilege of having it occur within the space of medicine. Ah, they're just like it pulls at my heartstrings in so many different ways. I don't even know what to say. But it of course I couldn't help but thinking about my grandfather who was who would have turned 80 this year, this
Gonna make
May.
80. He's gonna
He
make
was he
80.
was going to make 80 this May, and we were actively planning his surprise birthday party.
Really? It was a surprise.
Yes, we had my
Oh,
mom had sent out the invitations and everything, on the sly, but as you know, he ended up passing away unexpectedly in January. One of the things that was really beautiful out of that dark time was my mom called the venue where we had, put down a deposit to have the birthday celebration. And when they heard about him and his life, they're just like, well, do you want to have the repast here and like still use this space to celebrate him?
I love that.
And we did, and it was so beautiful, it was so meaningful. Like, we gave him the type of celebration that he would have loved. And it was also for us, like to your points around, like, sometimes these celebrations aren't just about the individual.
Yeah, I mean, people say have that saying flowers for the living,
Mm-hmm.
but the flowers for the living, it's kind of like any flowers that you plant somewhere, even if you planted them for yourself, it's really for the enjoyment of anybody who gazes upon them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I do now see like a lot of celebrations that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's your birthday, but it's really, flowers for a whole bunch of people. It's your graduation.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like when somebody does something crazy at a graduation. I'm like, this is really not about you. You know that, right? This is for like everybody that got you here and that
Yep.
loves you.
Yep. Yep.
Um, you know, um, yeah, I find myself thinking a lot about her saying, let someone who loves you celebrate you
Mm-hmm.
and stiff arming that. it actually, they might not even understand it as hurtful,
Hmm.
but it's a missed opportunity for just, love to sort of marinate in a room.
Yeah.
I love that you guys still did that for your granddad.
Yeah. No, it was just, it felt like a birthday celebration, to be honest, even though he had passed.
This is random, but like years ago, one of my family members, to whom many of us were close, passed away. And one of her children decided that, like, funerals are sad and it's just like people be going on and on about stuff. And this cousin of mine planned a 10-minute funeral, 10 minutes total. It's like read the obituary to yourself. They came, they saw, they conquered. It's a wrap, 10 minutes.
Yep.
But this was something that they felt very, very strongly about. And that's what they did. But whenever I think back on that, I think to myself, this person that you had a 10-minute funeral for was incredible. And a lot of people loved this person and needed more than 10 minutes. It
Mhm.
really wasn't about how much you don't like people talking too much at.
Right. Yes.
And I'm being ambiguous about like gender and who and all that stuff.
Hmm.
I'm Anybody in my family who hears this would be like, yeah, I already know exactly who you're talking about. But that was flowers for the living, though.
Hmm.
That was flowers for the living, and you put the flowers out and you took them in 10 minutes.
Hmm.
And nah, so yeah. Even if somebody spoils your surprise for your surprise birthday party, they really can't spoil it.
Hmm.
It can't be spoiled because somebody was trying to love on you, which is one of the things she said. And however that works out, whether actually you're alive or like your grandfather, you're not.
Hmm.
Somebody's trying to love on you and bringing flowers for the living, even if it's in your honor and you've already departed.
Yes.
Kind of dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
I ain't looking for nobody to take me out before 55, though.
No.
And I would definitely like more than three score and 10. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to getting to celebrate your upcoming milestone and
Yes.
pouring out all of my love onto you.
Thank you. Thank you. I received that.
Yes.
Double nickels, man.
Hmm.
You be getting discounts and stuff at 55, so it's about to be on and popping.
Yes. All dinner will be on you going forward.
If and only if there is a senior discount. All right,
True.
girl. I love you immensely.
Yes. Love you too, sis. Thank you for the story. As always, it's going to leave us with a lot to think about.
Yep. Happy birthday to me and those adjacent.
Have a good one. That wraps up this week's episode of the Human Doctor Podcast.
Special thanks to our favorite brother gastroenterologist, Dr. Chuma Obiname, for the beats. Shout out to the Dr. Ashley McMullen for editing and production.
Mad love to our podcast family at The Nocturnist and the Clinical Problem Solvers, our Med Twitter fam.
And especially shout out to all of you, our listeners.
Until next week, remember,
we see you and you are enough. Holla!